Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you part 3 of my Saints gun tight offset tight end scheme. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the play called Y out halfback swing, and it's basically going to be your big hitter out of this whole scheme. It's going to be your one play touchdown, and I'm going to be showing you guys all the setups that you can use to beat every single coverage in Madden 21. Now these coverages are cover 2, cover 3, cover 4 palms, cover 4 drop, and man coverage. So guys, before we do get in that video, I do want to say quickly that I did create a Discord if you guys want to go follow that or join that. It'll be in the link down below. I'll also be showcasing it during the video as well in the bottom left corner. And then my Twitter is at YoYoOnYT. And guys, if you also want to check out my 2 most recent videos, they are going to be in the top right of your screen right now. Guys, let's go ahead. Let's get into this video. Alright guys, so here we go. We're first going to be touching up on the pre-play adjustments. Now, what you're going to be doing here is you're first going to be substituting in. We're going to be going to tight offset tight end, which you can see right here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be subbing in our fastest receiver in this position right here. This is going to be the outside spot, and this is going to be your post route, which is going to be really key in the one play touchdown aspect if you have a fast receiver. So for this video, I did put Kenny Golladay here. He is pretty fast at 90 speed. I could have put Jamal Agnew here, but he is only a 70 overall. So I'd rather just take the chance and having a slightly slower receiver but with really good route running with Kenny Golladay right there. And then also just make sure in this spot as well that you have a decent route running receiver. So Marvin Jones is actually not too bad. I think he's like the 2nd best or the 3rd best receiver on the team in terms of route running, so that's not too bad right there. He is going to be on a corner route. Now let's go ahead, guys, let's look at this play. So first of all, you do have a drag route on the left, and you actually have some pretty good routes on the corner route as well as the deep post, which is what we're going to be utilizing in this video. And now guys, let's go ahead without further ado. Let's get into the first cover 2 beater. Alright guys, so today we are going to be testing this against big nickel over G. Now, the first setup we're going to get into is going to be your first cover 2 beater. What we're going to do is we're first going to put our running back on an option route, which is going to be triangle R1 and L2. Basically, an option route is going to be either a running back hitch route or a running back out route. And the running back out route is going to happen if it's a matching coverage, such as cover 4 palms or cover 4 quarters, or cover 3 match. I believe it works there as well. Or it's going to be against man coverage as well, so like cover 2 man and cover 1. Then next thing we're going to do is we are going to go and we are going to be putting our X receiver on a curl route, which is going to be triangle X and down on the left stick. So basically this curl route is actually really important in this cover 2 beater, because what it's going to do is it's basically going to suck in these 2 linebackers right here, considering they're on a middle read and vertical hook routes or vertical hook zones. It's going to actually suck them in, causing this cover 2 beater to be much more effective. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be putting our square receiver on a flat route, which could be triangle square in L2. So basically a flat route, you know what it is, but if you don't know, it's going to be he's going to run right out to the left, and then right when he gets outside the numbers, he is going to cut back kind of like a hitch route. And then the final thing we're going to do is we're going to be taking this O receiver and we're going to motion him to the right. So this is going to be the first of 2 cover 2 beaters. I'd say only use this cover 2 beater if you're looking, like, for example, if the first half is about to end and you want to take one more big shot before the end of that half, definitely do that. Or if you're looking for a desperate heave in the 4th quarter, go with this. But otherwise, I would not break it out if you're like 5 minutes in, or like not 5 minutes in, but like 3 minutes into the 2nd quarter and you're in a close game. Do not break this out because it is a very risky ball to throw, and you do need some very high powered arms to do this. Like Patrick Mahomes would be a very good option to do this cover 2 beater with, and all these coverage beaters you need a quarterback with a very strong arm. I am using Matthew Stafford in this video. He does have one of the best arms in the game, but probably Patrick Mahomes is going to be your best choice. So let's go ahead, let's run this play, and we're just going to quickly roll out to the left. Now unfortunately we did get bumped, but you're going to see right here we're able to go and torch the coverage right through the middle, and we're going to be able to get a very easy touchdown. Now you saw that my animation on the rack catch was not necessarily the best, but we were still able to go and beat the coverage. So let's go ahead, let's break this down. So what we're going to be watching here is going to be these 2 safeties right here, and I'm just basically going to show you guys what the flat route does to this free safety, and then also the normal movement of the strong safety. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the strong safety. You see that he's kind of floating out towards the numbers, and that's not a good thing, because what that's going to do is that's going to open up a lot of space in the middle. And you see right here, this free safety is all the way out here, and this is why. So basically on this side of the field, we have a flat route and a curl route. You're going to see that this safety he goes, and he's already drifting out, but he sees that corner route. What he's going to do is he's going to follow that corner route, and because he does that, it gives us a lot of space in the middle, and you saw right here that he doesn't have enough time to catch up if the ball's right down the middle, and it's going to be a very easy one-play touchdown. Now, also, we're going to take a look as well at those two linebackers that I did mention, and we're going to be looking at the curl route. You're going to see that this curl route right here, not only does it drag in this linebacker, but this linebacker starts coming over, and what that's going to create is it's basically going to create more room for this receiver on that deep post to go right up the middle of the field. You see the linebacker has no shot at this. He eventually drops back, and that allows us to throw the one-play touchdown. And guys, now let's go ahead. Let's get into cover 2 beater number 2. Okay, guys, so here is the second cover 2 beater. So it's basically going to be the same as the first one, although we're going to switch up a few steps. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put our running back on an option route, which if you don't already know, it's triangle R1 and L2. Then we're going to be putting X on a curl. Then we are going to be putting our square receiver on a flat route. And then we are going to be actually taking this O receiver. We're going to motion him out to the left. And then the last thing we're going to do here is we are going to put this triangle receiver right here on a slant route, which is triangle, triangle, and right on the right stick. So basically, you're going to see that this is going to be the setup for your second cover 2 beater. And what we're going to do is I like to go and I like to double team and ID the mic the 2 left edge rushers, because we will be rolling out to that side for most of the coverage beaters. So how you're going to do that is for a double team, you press L1 and then you flick the right stick down, and then you use the left stick to navigate across the defensive line to the specific player, and then you press X, and then ID the mic is going to be L1 and then pressing the X button, then you use the left stick to navigate. Once you get to that player, you press X again. So basically, this is going to be the setup. We're going to take a look at this cover 2 beater. You're going to see that he gets some great separation. We pass lead to the sideline, and we get a very easy completion. Now, I did not get a great animation right there, but I'm just going to go into the instant replay and show you guys what happened. Now, keep in mind, my zone drops are on default. I did not edit the defensive zone drops, so just keep that in mind. But usually what players like to tend to do is they like to put their flats on like 5 to 10 yards, and then their curl flats on 20 yards. And this is going to really pay off for us here, because you're going to see that this flat route, or this cloud flat, he's only going to be covering the flat route. He's basically going to be dropping back about 10 yards. And also, this player right here is in a vertical hook, I believe. You're going to see that he's going to drop back a little bit. He initially covers this corner route, but eventually he doesn't drop back enough. And you see that this free safety is left all alone now with this receiver, and he just keeps dropping back this free safety. He doesn't match onto him at all, just lets him keep running, and you see that eventually we're able to get as much space as we do. And if you possession catch that, you're gaining a very easy, what is that, like 20, 30 yards? We were the 35. Actually, we're getting like 50 yards on that play. Wait, 50 yards? Are you sure about that? Let's see. Hold on. All right, I got to count this. So this is at, what, 33? So let's see. We were at the 35-yard line, so that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, yeah, this is like a 32-yard play. And you see right here that we get a very easy completion. Nobody is near us except the free safety, and that's going to be the second cover 2 beater. Now, keep in mind, this cover 2 beater only works if your opponent's zone drops for their flats, flat zones, like hard flats and cloud flats, are 5 to 10 yards. So now, guys, we're going to move on to the cover 3 beater. Okay, guys, so here is your cover 3 beater. What we're going to do, the first setup, or the first step in the setup, is we're going to be putting the running back on an option route. Then we are going to be actually putting X instead of on a curl. We're going to put him on a hitch, which is going to be triangle, X, and R2. A hitch is basically a shorter curl route. You're going to see that the route does not go as far, but what it creates here is essentially, like, let's say I were to do a curl, right? What happens is this receiver, when he goes on his deep post to try to beat the cover 3, he's actually going to run into this curl route, which is going to be very detrimental to the successfulness of this play. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to put him on a hitch route. That way he doesn't have a chance to make contact with that O receiver. Then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to be putting square, or actually we're going to be putting triangle on a curl route, which is double tapping triangle and flicking the left stick down. Then the next step in this setup we're going to do is we're going to take this square receiver, we're going to motion him out to the left, which is done by clicking on him and then flicking the left stick to the left. And then we're going to put him on a comeback route, which is triangle, square, and L2. Now this comeback route, basically he's going to go up the field, and then right when he hits about the 40 yard line, he's going to actually come back towards the sideline. That's going to be really key, because this outside corner, what he's going to do is he's going to bite down, causing us to get a very easy cover 3 beater over the top. So once again, we're just going to double team and ID the Mike, the 2 left edge rushers. That way we have a bit more protection in the pocket, and we're just going to hike this ball. And we're going to see right here, now unfortunately they did get a pretty good shed on the D line, but you're going to see right here that we actually didn't get the best rack animation, but we were still able to beat the coverage. So I'm just going to quickly break this down for you guys right now. So the main culprit in this play being successful is going to be this left side corner. You're going to see right here that he originally is doing good, right? He's covering his assignment. He's backing up. However, right there, he's going to take a step forward because that comeback route is really, really close. And that's one of his assignments. So he's going to step back. And only then, only like right here, does he realize that this side of the field, or this space right here, is all open. And that's going to be all roaming free right here for Kenny Galladay, your O receiver. You're going to see that he kind of comes up. Now, he did throw this ball kind of at the wrong time, but if you do get a good animation, that most likely is going to be a touchdown. But you see we get tackled at around the 8 yard line, but regardless, we were still able to beat the cover 3 with ease. And now, guys, let's go ahead. Let's move on to the cover 4 palms beater. Okay, guys, so here is going to be your cover 4 palms beater. So the first thing you're going to do in this setup is you're going to put your running back on an option route. Then we are going to be putting X on a curl route. Then we are going to be putting square actually on a slant route, which is triangle, square, and right in the right stick. So basically a slant route starts from like the left to the right side, and it basically just goes to the other side of the field. It's basically just like a shorter post route. That's all it is. And then the last adjustment we're going to make in this setup is we are going to be taking this O receiver and we're going to motion him out to the right side, which is done by clicking on him and then flicking the left stick to the right. So basically this is going to be your play out right here. You're going to see that I'm going to have your D post on the right side. You're going to have your curl route. You're going to have your corner route, which gets really good separation against both man and matching coverages. And you got your slant route as well, which is really going to kind of be your X factor out of this play, because, you know, the opponent's not really going to worry about it, but it could actually get really open. Then once again, we're just going to double team and ID the Mike, the 2 left edge rushers. That way we have a bit more time in the pocket. And we're going to see right here, we're going to step back. I mean, look at the separation that Kenny Galladay gets on this play. Now, unfortunately, I did not swerve catch correctly, but we're still able to run in for the easy touchdown. Let's go ahead. Let's give this a breakdown. So we're going to go into the instant replay right here, and I'm going to show you guys basically what happened on this play. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look. So firstly here, we're going to look at this corner route here. You're going to see Marvin Jones is on this corner route. Look at the separation that this route gets. You're basically going to see, oh, actually, no, he didn't actually get that much separation. That's odd. I do not know why he did not get that much separation, but you're basically going to see right here that, you know, he kind of, I don't know, he does like a weird route. Also, another thing that you could do on this play, which I did not mention, is you could streak the square receiver. That way you could also have the corner route, because I believe what will happen is this outside corner, I believe he will match on to the streak route, causing this corner route to get open. But basically, we're going to take a look. The slant route, you see that he actually gets open across the field, which is going to be big. And then also you do have this hitch route, which actually gets pretty open as well. You're going to take a look that that slant route kind of brings the linebacker over a little bit. And if you lowball this right to your running back, you're going to get a very easy 6 yards. But you're going to see right here over the top. Let's take a look at Kenny Galladay. Look at the separation he gets off the cut. Boom. That's so quick. Basically what happens is James Bradbury, who's a 90 overall, keep in mind, he is one of the best corners in Madden. He just plants his feet for some reason. And because he does that, you're going to get amazing separation. And you saw right there, we got a pretty easy touchdown. So that is basically going to be your cover 4 palms beater. But now, guys, let's go ahead. Let's move on into your man coverage beater. Okay, guys, so here's your beater against man coverage. I'm running this against cover 1, but you can also run this against cover 2. That is an option. So the first thing you're going to do, guys, is you're going to put your running back on an option route. Then you're going to be putting your tight end on a hitch, which is the X receiver. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be motioning square out to the left, and we're going to put him on a curl route, which is going to be triangle, square, and down the left stick. So we're just going to motion him out, triangle, square, down the left stick, and then we're just going to click back on to the quarterback. So basically, this is going to be your setup right here. So you're going to have a corner route, you're going to have a curl route, you're going to have a hitch, an option route, which is actually going to technically be an out route. And then you're going to also have that deep post. Well, our first read here is going to be the square receiver. You're going to see right here that if we throw the ball like right here, basically if your opponent is not pressing, this is going to work really well. And that's because the receiver is not going to get bumps, which is going to cause the corner to not realize that the curl route's actually being thrown. So let's just quickly go. Let's just go into the instant replay. Let's take a look at this. So you're going to see right here this curl route, Danny Amendola. You're going to see that right here is when I throw, actually, yeah, let's see, right here is where I throw this ball, right when he hits this 45-yard line, because look at this, you see that right here, this corner has no chance at catching this receiver, and you also look at basically trying to intercept this ball or cause a knockout, and you're going to see that if you just go right down, it's a very easy 11-yard gain. It's really easy, and that's if your corners are not pressing. Now, also, if your corners are pressing, though, this corner route's going to be your main weapon of attack. As you see here, Jabril Peppers on Marvin Jones. I mean, look at the separation he gets right before this ball is thrown or this ball is caught by Amendola. He gets some pretty good separation. You throw the ball right to him on the sideline, he's going to catch it, you know, pretty consistently. Then we're also going to take a look at this post. It didn't really materialize right here, but I would bet that it could possibly get open on this play. And then also you do have the option route. Obviously, it is an out route. Now, he did unfortunately get blocked by the tight end. He does kind of bounce off of him, but if he does go out to the right side, it's going to be another X factor for you, and you're going to be able to throw the ball right there. So now, guys, let's move on to the grand finale, the cover 4 drop beater. Okay, guys, so here we go. Here is going to be your cover 4 drop beater. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your running back on an option route. We love option routes. Then we're going to be streaking our tight end, which is the X receiver, which is triangle, X, and then up on the left stick. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be putting square on a curl route, which is triangle, square, and down the left stick. Then we are going to be putting triangle on a smart route, or we're going to be smart routing triangles, the triangle receiver, which is his route, which is going to be triangle, triangle, and R1. You're going to see that his route actually gets shorter. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to be motioning him out to the right. Now, the main thing we're going to want to focus on here is going to be this triangle receiver, because he's going to be coming on like a post route. So let's take a look at this real quick. He does unfortunately get bumped and he gets tripped, the linebacker. But you're going to see right here that we're going to be able to penetrate both that outside corner to the left and also the free safety that's trying to cover the corner route, because or the post route technically, because we're going to take a look at this. You're going to see that he just comes right over the top of the coverage, and we're going to throw this ball. You see that James Bradbury does not have a chance at this ball, as well as the free safety or actually no, technically that's, I don't know who that is. I think that maybe that's a free safety, I don't know, but you're going to see that he has, you know, not a big chance of covering this ball. Also, we're going to take a look. This is a route right here. This curl route, you're going to see that this corner right here, Bradbury, he's going to completely abandon the curl route, which is actually going to be really good, because if you throw this ball and your user or your opponent's user is not covering it, you could easily turn up the field for like another, like 5-6 yards right there, which is really good. And then also you take a look as well, this option route is open. So if you let's just say you don't see this or this route, you could just go and you could throw this option route right here for a very easy gain. So guys, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, smash a like. Let's try to smash 5 likes. Remember, my Discord link is down below if you want to join the server. You have the sign up link there, and then also if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, my link is down there. Guys, take care. Most importantly, stay classy.